All right, welcome back to HRC At Home Fitness. This is Dave, Haley, and Gail. Today we're going to take you through a little ab circuit. I'm going to go ahead and start with the warm-ups. Go ahead and sit on the mats. Lean back to a sit-up position. Okay, our first warm-up exercise is called merging. What you're going to do is you're going to merge your spine to the mat, hold in, take that belly button in and up, and breathe through your nose. And release. Again, we're going to merge that spine to the floor, tighten those abdominal muscles, take that belly button in and up, and release. And that third time, we'll come in and hold, merge that spine to the floor. Again, remember to breathe. And release. We're going to take those knees side to side. It's always important to warm up the body before any exercises. We'll come back to middle. We're going to raise hips off the floor, back down to the mat. Good. We're going to sit up. Put the hands in front of the body. You're going to sit back nice and slow. Going to roll that vertebrae. Reach up overhead. And come back into a sit-up. Rolling out the spine, reaching up overhead, nice and slow and under control. Again, this is a warm-up. Nice and easy. Reach overhead. We'll go one more time. Sit up and back. Good. We're going to keep those hands overhead, legs out front. We're going to go into a hollow rock. Rock back and forth. Good. We'll go ahead and sit up into a standing position. Get a nice big pose, Y pose. Hands up overhead. Go opposite hand to opposite leg. You can reach down as far as you can. You can reach those knees, shins, all the way to the floor. Have a nice stance here. Come back together. Hands out front. We're going to go into a teeter-totter motion. Feet come back. Hands come out front. Come back to middle. If you have to put that foot back on the floor to regain your balance, you can do so. The goal is to keep that foot off the ground. Okay, warming up the body. Nice and slow. Pick a spot out on the floor. Keep your balance. And we'll switch legs. And taking that foot back. Hands out front. Nice and controlled. Go one last time. Good. We'll go ahead and come back down to the mat. We got some gliders today for finish up our warm-up exercises. If you don't have gliders, you can just take off your shoes and use your socks, and you can slide on the carpet. So we've got our gliders on our feet. Okay. Go back to that sit-up position. We have mats here, so we want to be at the edge of the mat. Come back into our sit-up position. We're going back into our merging exercises. This time when we merge, we're going to merge that spine to the mat, belly button in and up, breathe through the nose. We're also going to extend the feet outwards. Okay, we don't want to extend all the way. We only want to extend part of the way. If you extend those legs all the way out, you're going to notice your spine comes off the floor again. So you want to keep that spine down and tight. This exercise is really good for the transverse abdominis, which is the main stabilizer in your lower back. So if you have lower back pain, this will help alleviate it by strengthening your core muscles, which is a major part of living a happy life, being pain-free. Again, this kind of exercise you can do every morning when you wake up. Anybody can do this exercise. Again, still holding, still merging that spine to the floor. Abs in, belly button in and up, breathing through the nose. Last rep here, out, back in. Excellent job. Okay. All right, I'm gonna start our workout now. We're gonna start off with 3 exercises for 10 reps. We're gonna finish with a plank hold for 20 seconds. Our first exercise is gonna be a reverse crunch into a flutter kick. We're sitting back, tuck those hands underneath the butt if you have to. Hands behind the head is a little bit more difficult. Okay, what we're gonna do is we take the knees in, extend out and exhale, and flutter kick those legs. Okay, that's the first exercise. Second exercise is gonna be a leg hold. Extend those hands out. If you have to break in that leg hold, come in and hold at the chest, just like we did in reverse crunch, and take a breath and extend those legs back out. Nobody's feet touch the floor. Okay. Third exercise, we're gonna go into a toe touch. Feet come up front, extending up, reach up to the shins, knees, as high as you can. Those are the first 3 exercises. All right, so I said we're going to 10 reps each exercise. So we're going to start with our reverse crunch. Knees in, extend out, going into a flutter kick for 1. Coming out for 3. Again, always remember to breathe. Knees in, exhale on the way out. 6, 7, 8. Last rep, flutter kick, stay under hold. Hold it for 10 seconds. Again, if you have to break, just take those knees to the chest. Take a breath, extend back out. Nobody's feet touch the floor. And we'll take those knees in, extend that feet up, reaching up overhead, toe touches for 10 reps. 5, 6, 10, good. We'll go ahead and sit up and go into our front side, coming into our plank hold. Gonna hold this for about 20 seconds. If you have to modify this plank, drop the knees, keep the shoulders over the wrist. If you want to increase the difficulty, you can rock forwards and backwards. Halfway there. And break. Excellent job. We'll come back over to our back sides, starting our second set. Okay. Then we're going into our reverse crunches. Hands behind the head or underneath the butt. Take the knees out or in, extend out. Flutter kick for our first rep. Coming out for 8. Again, remember to breathe. Always exhale at the hardest part of the exercise. Good, holding. Good, take those knees in. Extend them up overhead, going into our toe touches. Again, reach as far as you can to the knee, shin, all the way up. 2 more reps, 9, 10, excellent. Coming over to our front side. Come back to our plank hold. And if you have to modify, you can drop those knees down, okay? If you want to increase the difficulty this time, you can dip your leg or hips side to side. Or you can just hold. And relax, good. Then go into our third and final set. You can go right back into our reverse crunches, into a flutter kick, and tuck those hands behind the head or underneath the butt. Knee to the chest, extend out, flutter kick. Find it challenges your core a lot more if you incorporate multiple actions in your exercises. So I'm always doing multiple things. Reverse crunch into a flutter kick, for example. Last rep, extending, coming into a hold. Again, remember to breathe. You have to take a break, take the knees to the chest, extend back out. Nobody's feet touch the floor. Come back in, good. Feet up front, go to our toe touches. Good, sitting back up, flipping back over, coming to our front side. Last time through with our plank hold. This time, if you want to increase difficulty, you can rock forwards and backwards. Then drop those hips side to side. That gives you something to do, something a little bit different than just a standard plank hold. And break. Okay, we'll come back to a seated position. Onto a new set of exercises. We're going to go into some single leg circles. So we'll start off with the modified version, and then we'll go into a more difficult version if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, the second set. So our first set, we're going to have one leg on the floor, sitting back, one leg out front. We'll start with the right leg. We're going to go 3 circles, one direction. Come back up, we'll switch directions. Good. Now we're switching legs. Left leg comes up. 3 circles, one direction. Top side, switch directions. Good. Drop the feet. Okay, now we're going to our double leg circles, 3 one direction. Or you can just stick with the single. Switch directions or switch legs. Good. We'll come down into our, flip back over to our plank position. We're going to go into a plank march, but we're also going to step laterally to the side. So, be in that plank position on the elbows. And if you need to extend, come up top. Okay. Now we're going to step to the side, back to the middle, to the other side for 1. Back to the right, middle, left for 2. Right, middle, left for 3, and back to middle. Good. 3 reps for all those exercises. Come back over to our seated position, starting our second set. This time, if you want increased difficulty on your single leg circles, you can lift one leg up and then circle with the other. So go 3. Circle up top, switch directions. Good. And we'll switch legs. Other direction. You're on both feet. Or you can go back to single. Up top, we'll switch directions. And break. Good. Coming over to our front side. And going back into our marching plank with the lateral side step. Going 3 each direction. The side, back to middle. And keeping our butt down. Contracting your core, remember to breathe. And if that butt's up in the air, let's go ahead and come up to extended position. It's always okay to modify. Make sure you're doing the exercise correctly. Third and final set here, okay? Coming back to our single leg circles. Getting one foot down on the floor. If you want to increase difficulty, both feet up. 3 one direction. And up top, switching directions. Switching feet. Other direction. We're going to go on both feet. Switching directions. Good. Over to our front side. Last set here. Come that plank hold. Butts aren't up, they're down. Side step to the side. Back to middle, other direction. One more each direction. Middle, other side. Middle, and break. Okay, go ahead and leave those hands out front. Sit back on the heels. And come forward, hip sink down to the mat. Shoulders stay up. Open up those abdominal muscles. It's always important to stretch after your exercise. Sit back, we're gonna thread the needle. Head's gonna follow. And switching directions. We'll come back to middle. Go ahead and sit on our back sides. Sit back, hands out to a T. Taking one leg up and over. We're gonna hold. Come back to middle. Other leg up and over. And back to middle. Heels to the butt. Drop the knees to the side. Knees together, take the knees to the chest. Grab those shins. You're gonna rock side to side. And we'll rock it up. Great job today, guys. Again, thank you for joining. This is Dave, Gail, and Haley. See you next time.